Sorry, I'm gonna have to stitch that. Sorry about that. Either way, there might not be much longevity, the path that it is going, or the cycle that it is stuck in. It might break down, I'm hearing. And so, yeah, it might be time to reevaluate. And so we'll take a look at this person. Sorry. And this person's energy for fire signs are Sagittarius, Aries, and Leos for this week, for December 4th going to the 10th. Okay. And so we'll start with your person's headspace. Sorry. Your person's headspace. The Dawn. Insight, knowledge, clarity. Okay. Sorry. And heart space, sorry. Set, communicate, boundaries. 5D for your person. So they're also kind of getting they're picking up a similar vibe. And once again, if you're looking to get some clarity or just not even insight, on the blockage as well as clarification on that, you could go ahead and book a personal reading just with my email. I do it via video. And so, yeah, we could go ahead and book me that way. Okay, we'll go ahead and clarify. All right, so their headspace, we're going to clarify the Dawn, which is about insight, knowledge, and clarity. Okay, increased finances. Very interesting. Clarifying their heart space, which is about set and communicate boundaries. Inquire more information. And clarifying, try something new for your person's 5D. Okay. Okay, so with the Dawn for their headspace, clarified by increased finances. Very interesting. So for some people, if you're single, this next person, might be someone who's in a different or higher, tax bracket, or, they've someone who's reached a level of success. Their level of success is on their minds. A go-getter. Otherwise, if you are in a current partnership, their headspace might be on trying to increase their monies. We are approaching Christmas time, so they might be focused more on the material and how they're showing up or supporting financially more than most things right now. And with the insight, clarity, and knowledge with the Dawn, if they are someone who's an entrepreneur or someone who, has to provide or create way for themselves. They might be having some level of clarity or idea about how to increase their finances during this time. And so yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting with their headspace. Like I'm like, it's really like just kind of material. um I'm trying to like tap in if it's not about their finances, um, and like increased finances, um, it's like pentacles, and so it's like, yes, it's material, but like when we even look at like the 10 of Pentacles, or when we see that those those higher energy cards, it is also about like the foundations and like security, and so maybe their thoughts is more about their foundations or their level of security in themselves. And maybe this week their headspace, they're finding clarity or reaching certain points of knowledge about how they're moving forward or how they want to elevate in these areas. And so with our heart space for this person, we have set, communicate boundaries. And so their heart space, they might be feeling like they need to like have more boundaries, and with inquire more information to clarify this, they might be struggling or needing help as far as like figuring out what that looks like. That might be something that's new to your person. And so this week they might, be wanting to have more things in place or have conversations about their needs, or how or where they would like you to show up. But also, this is something new, or it's different for this relationship, so it is something that they're having a harder time with. And so with the 5D, your person's 5D also feels like, there needs to be something new. Something needs to be switched up. And it's clarified by divine timing. And so sometimes we're in these cycles not because I don't want to make it sound like it's so solid, we have free will, but ultimately everything happens in divine timing. Sometimes you could sit and do the same thing over and over and over again, and you could be like, man, this is fucked up, but you're still doing it. And it takes one day when you do it, and like, I don't know, maybe it just hits different, or it's just like, it's dead, it's over. Like you really just like, any ounce of like, that gave me endorphins, that gave me the things I needed to like, feel like, yeah, worth it. It's gone. And so sometimes you really just gotta milk that cow till it's dry. Or sometimes there's this experience that like, it just needs to happen, but like it's taking its sweet time, and like it takes you like finally getting to that point, having that experience for you to be like, okay, it's done. And so with try something new, I feel like getting out of this cycle, like understanding that like both the connection, this person, your side was definitely more just about focusing on like the healing aspect of things, and like the creative aspect of things, and understanding that like, there is a level of like play and creation, and sensual energy that allows things to move and circulate. Their side is definitely more a masculine approach, especially with the increased finances area, and the very structured of like boundaries, even though they might not be privy to how that looks or like how to do that. There is this sense of like ultimately both sides knowing that there needs to be some level of a shift. I feel like also they might feel like money would help this. I just heard they might be focusing a lot more on the money aspect, then like maybe you are collaborating, but maybe their thoughts on the collaboration is like, okay, well, we could cut costs in this way, and collaborating offers this, that, and you know what I mean. So it's just like understanding that like that is possibly, you know, their approach, and so that this week, you have that going into it. As I said, you could go ahead and we can book personal readings to take a look at both the connections, obstacle, and clarification, as well as your person's obstacle and clarification this week, just to see, you know, how things are looking, where things are going. But yeah, I hope these messages resonate. I hope you have a great rest of your week, fire signs. And